Welcome, denizens of the multiverse, to another epic, glorious online siege battle. This is the Siege of Delminium. This is a battle that I personally fought in alongside with Petey, who is the co-owner of this channel. It was back in like May last year, so I don't remember all the finer details of the things that happened. But yeah, it was definitely a pretty epic battle. So let's go over quickly to see the forces. So I am playing as Masaesyli, which is also known as Desert Rome. And then Petey is playing as Rome. Good old classic Rome. Can't have a Rome total. Ooh, look at that siege engine go. Can't have a classic Total War game without Rome, right? And then I'm sorry I've forgotten the other names, but I will obviously share them at the end. We have the Selucids, and over here we have the mighty Kush. So very powerful attacking factions, but the defenders are not light on power either. So we have Egypt, we have Carthage, we have Macedon, and we also have Selucids. So pretty big powerhouse factions from both sides. And you obviously might have noticed at the start we had a lot of siege equipment right up against the walls. So Masaesyli and obviously a few other factions have what's known as like guerrilla troops, which means are ambushes, so they can deploy outside of the normal zone. So you can use them to basically pick up siege equipment, drop them close to the walls, and then put them back, which helps for a bit of a quicker start because the troops can run faster to the siege equipment here, rather than trying to push it all the way across. And basically, see, we're all pushing very actively. Got a lot of tortoises moving in to basically just knock big chunks of the walls here. Nice attacking force here. We've already got a bit of wall dropped here. Just trying to sort of spread out the attack a little bit whilst being close to each other at the same time, because you don't want to be attacking here and then someone's over on this side and they're just easy targets for a sally out. Yeah. And we're desperately trying to take out this artillery piece with archers, but yeah, we weren't quite as skilled, I think, back here, as we didn't have as much knowledge as we do now. You would have done things a little bit differently than trying to use normal arrows from the bad angle and stuff like that. Over here we've obviously got the wall of siege towers to protect the artillery from the wall artillery. Obviously we've lost a couple, but we're still pretty good. And yep, walls are starting to calm down. Sun's shining on a glorious battle. Imagine just being a defender and you're just standing here and then suddenly this big fuck off tortoise comes and you're just like, oh my god! So yeah, so we got Carthage holding sort of this area of the defense here. Oh, looks like we're getting our first engagement. We've got Kush's swordsman, followed up by some desert cohort. Just looking to make an initial wee push on that side there, and sort of just taking stock here, seeing what we're going to do. We've got some nice ballista fire from the Scorpion Tower onto these units here. They've already lost here 34 to the Scorpion fire from the towers, which is very ideal. And over here, tortoises moving up on this side here as well. Rome's taking control of some towers there as well. And yeah, you can see Macedon and Carthage have put their artillery a bit further back, which is very good at basically taking... Oh, they've actually got a onager. So they have nice pickings if we have blobs of our troops, like in this area here. And yeah, no engagement yet. We're just throwing some javelins at the enemy infantry, who have already lost quite a lot to javelin fire. So yeah, you really want to make sure that your melee troops that have the javelin capability to use up their javelins before they get engaged in melee combat, because yeah, every javelin counts. You really can get good kills from that. And here we are as well. Kush pushing forward some swordsmen, just sort of lighter troops, absorbing a bit of javelin fire from Carthage and returning it as well, I think. Yes, they are. There we go. Oh, and we got our first charge in. So the first clash of troops begins. But these Libyan infantry are quite good, so they'll definitely hold back the swordsmen there. No worries for them there. Masaesyli starting to pour into the city a little bit, drawing their own sort of defensive, aggressive lines. Just, you just got to get your troops in and just figure out, okay, what am I going to do from here? Now I'm pushing forward, obviously. Masaesyli don't have proper archers. They have either these heavy Numidian skirmishers or slingers, and I opted for the skirmishers. Maybe just because I don't really like slingers as an attacker. It's really hard to get good angles, and the damage isn't great with. Whereas these guys, if they can pick off some heavily armored troops, they'll do well. And Rome's just knocked down his first set of walls here. And yeah, I've got my units here. Obviously some enemy Syrian archers on the defense here, which if they chose to, they could absolutely wipe out my skirmishers right here, but they are conserving their ammo. So let's see what's happening here on this side. So we've got Shotel warriors now in the mix. Oh, and some Scythe chariots too. Who probably didn't really get a good charge because they had to go through their own allies' troops first. And on this side here, backing up the Shotel warriors with some desert cohort here. We're going to absolutely mince through these poor Libyan infantry, unfortunately for them. But there's another line already on the defense here. And we've got some mercenary credit archers, again very good archers as well. Sort of setting up, getting some side shots here, which is good. Obviously you want your archers to not shoot the front of the infantry, but you want to get the sides and the backs, so obviously they've got the buildings in the way, so the accuracy isn't great, but they have managed to rout the chariots, who've only got 40 kills, so that wasn't really good for them, unfortunately. And we have engagement on this side here as well. Some Numidian light infantry. So those would have been the troops that I used to put the towers forward, so just sort of expendables for me at this point here. But look at that. Oh, look at those javelin throws. Cheap unit, but they still just slaughtering with those javelin throws. We're going to get another volley. Come on. Come on. You let me down. And yeah, just pouring in the troops, sort of just working on a game plan here. We've got some hillmen holding the line here, backed up by some Thoric swordsmen. Oh, my apologies. Rome has come in and they've managed to nicely surround these hillmen here, and they're also engaging with the evocado cohorts against the Thoric swordsmen here. Got some royal power tests holding the flank, nice strong units, but they will be sorry, bit of lag there. It is a 4v4, so that's going to happen. And some very good, nicely placed Syrian heavy archers shooting on the sides of this evocado cohort, which is going to cause them a little bit of damage. Our arrows will blot out the sun. Oh, look at that. Wow. Where did that come from? Oh, Nubian bowmen, which are, pretty good, decent medium tier bowmen. And, the Selucids, the defenders are actually pushing out against the Roman attackers here, catching this evocado cohort unit off guard. And obviously, yeah, that's going to do a little bit of damage here. These archers, got to obviously be careful they don't get hit, but looks like they probably take out this hillman unit. Yeah, they should be fine there. So yeah, so I've actually committed quite a few of my troops already into the city. So is Rome. Selucids and Kush are still sitting here nicely. They've still got their towers here defending the ballistas there. Yeah, just a bit of a grind fest here. We've got living infantry and feral spears going against the desert cohort with some Shotel warriors ready to back them up. Again, when you're fighting in these sort of choke points, you don't want to have, you know, three or four of your units trying to attack at the same time. The front row takes the brunt, the others just sit there getting tired but do nothing. You sort of want to just keep them in reserve, keep them fresh. These guys get weak or whatever, pull them back, bring in the reserves and keep that going. So yeah, so the attack on this side couldn't break through here. Obviously, two, you know, living infantries plus the archer fire from over the houses. Yeah, they just couldn't break through here. We've got a big chonky Macedon defense here. Numidian infantry still in the charge there. Yeah, I'm pretty much just throwing away these units at this point. Maybe, which I probably shouldn't do. You know, it's good to have these guys as like flanking units, but yeah, I just thought, well, might as well just soften up the defense here a little bit. But yeah, the Thoric swordsmen are holding quite strong here. And yep, just got these units sitting here waiting for the command to attack, and backing up Rome here as well. We've surrounded a Thoric swordsman unit, so that unit, unfortunately for them, will suffer quite a few casualties. I actually found a wee gap here, and I'm like, bam! Gonna go. Actually, I think there were archers here, and that's what we were going for. Maybe not, but yeah. Actually, would have. Yeah. So this battle here is pretty much well won. So we're just going to keep charging forward, keep putting the pressure on. And yeah, just engaging this side here. Unfortunately, the avocado cohort that were under archer fire are now breaking against the Thoric swordsmen and Thuros spears. Got another unit, Thoric swordsmen, throwing their jabbies, doing quite a bit of damage. Let's get a wee tactical view, see what's going on. So, yeah, really big push in this area here, with a lighter push here, which is why we've got so many more reserves on this side here. And you can see from the layout of the city, this is obviously the capture point here. There's one main entrance here and another entrance here, so it's very hard to attack the center point. A very strong defensive city, but oops, my apologies, we do have very strong attacking factions. And we've got a bit more backup coming here on this side. Thuros spears throwing their javelins. Now, Thuros spears they're decently priced units. Not great in hand-to-hand combat, but they do have heaps of spears to throw. They're almost like a javelin unit themselves, but classed as spearmen, so they don't obviously count towards the 1-2-4 limits. And they're actually pretty decent at holding lines as well. They don't do much damage, but they can hold lines quite well as well. So pretty good versatile unit here. Over on here, we've still got the big grind going on. These desert Romans just trying to break through against the Thoric swordsmen. And oh, we are breaking one unit of Thoric swordsmen there, which is good. That'll give us a nice wee flanking opportunity. Bringing up some reserve troops there to back them up. So yeah, we've cleared this area here. Got some Roman archers firing on these retreating troops. On this side here, a little bit tougher. The defenders really doing quite well. holding back the Roman advance. Got some more Furious spears bringing up the rear, bit of archer fire coming down again. Yeah, so this is a very difficult point to attack because the archers have the high ground here and just, you know, side shots all the time there. Yeah, just working hard on clearing this little quadrant. And the defenders still holding this section here. Thorough spears again going up against Libyan infantry who are quite depleted, but they should still hold that line there. Kush is pushing his Shotel warriors back, probably deciding that it's better to try and break through here and then probably flank across this side here. And Carthage obviously sees that, so they're bringing up some backup troops on this side here. And yeah, still got his towers and his artillery here. I'm not sure what he was potentially waiting for. Hang on, I want to check the range on that artillery. Nope, doesn't seem to be that far. Could have been for later game if they were running through here, but yeah, I honestly cannot remember. But yeah, making some good headway here. Last unit of Macedon's Thoric swordsmen here, about to be surrounded. And yep, Rome's managed to find his little wee gaps around these Thoric swordsmen here. Got another unit of the elite Praetorian Guard ready to put their swords to good use. Finally making some headway on this side here as well. I brought some skirmishers and some desert cohort here to back up Rome. Syrian heavy archers, and they're probably out of ammo, which is why they're fighting in melee here. So yeah, so the defenders are starting to fall back a little bit. It is nice to see though on this map the defenders really, you know, fight for this part of the map, because it's easy, you know, to just fall back to this really, you know, defensible position sort of early on and make it really hard for the attackers. But the fact that they are actually, you know, staying down here and fighting, it's quite refreshing to see, and I give them credit for that. So yeah, we've got ourselves a bit of a Mexican standoff here. Some royal power tests. Oh no, they said nope, we're not going to do that. Where you going, dogs? Come back and fight. They say nope, nope, it's not a good spot. And for a 1200 gold unit, you don't want to lose these guys easily, so I can understand that here. Look at that, the Roman flood just coming through here. Got some retreating archers here, some thorough spears as well, and looks like we may potentially cut off the Egyptians here on this side. And yep, some more free Javi shots here. Well, you do not want to be on the receiving end of those javelins. Yeah. Ouch, 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 ouch. So yeah, so they seem to be putting up a little bit of a stand in this square here, overseen by this statue of a deity I'm not familiar with. Maybe Athena? Don't know. Oh, we've got a little bit of action going on over here. We got Selucids, Syrian heavy archers who are trying to take out this onager. And yep, successfully they've set it on fire. Bang, it's out of the game. I don't know if it was sorry. Did get 52 kills, so it had some use. I don't know if it was out of ammo or not, but it's out of the game. And yep, continuing to push up here on this side here. Shotel warriors within infantry. Obviously, most of you probably know Shotel warriors have good armor piercing damage, so they're very good against heavily armored infantry. So they will definitely get their money's worth in this battle, that's for sure, because there's a lot of heavily armored infantry on the defenders' side. And pushing here, we've got the armored Shotel warriors, so they're the more elite version, just absolutely crazy powerful here. You know, taking on all these 3 troops at once, and I think they'll do pretty well there. So we've got a bit of a line here, Royal Peltists, Agamea Cavalry, which is the Selucids general, and the Carthaginian general's bodyguard as well. So they are quite committed here, but oh, did you see that? We've got some artillery fire from Kush. So he has been saving them for a good time, because look at all these nicely blobbed up archers here. And yeah, the archers have seen the danger and they're running away, but oh, yep, they just survived. So yeah, just chipping away here on this side as well. Again, so this is sort of the point. The defenders fall back, and you sort of got to take stock of your own sort of attacking strategy and be like, okay, you know, let my troops rest up a little bit. Think about how we're going to approach the next line of attack. Because it's about striking a balance of, obviously, as the attackers you have the time limit. After 60 minutes, if you don't capture the point or destroy the defenders, you lose. So you want to be quick, that you don't run out of time, but you also don't want to rush, that you know, you don't want to rush headlong into mistakes, and you got to coordinate with your teammates and not attack by yourself and then get absolutely wrecked. So yeah, but looks like the defenders have decided they're not going to hold the square after all, so they are starting to fall back, no doubt making their way to this point in the city, which, you know, it's pretty good. They've done a lot of fighting down here. I think they deserve to sort of go up to that defensive point here. And this one just 44 kills, probably still got ammo. Looks like it, because it's got a ball cocked, I think. Yeah, so at this point we're just sort of figuring out, okay, you know, rest up our troops, let them retreat. Oh, and the Egyptian general got a bit of action. Royal Thoric swordsman, down to 90 troops. So it must have done a bit of fighting. Obviously pulling back, they don't want to lose their general. And look at that, the scythe chariots are back. They must have recovered from... Oh. How disrespectful. How disrespectful. Imagine that. Just getting run over by your allies' chariots. But yeah, apologies. They've got a few more kills since we last saw them. And we'll see if they manage to do a little bit more. And looks like we're surrounding the Thoric swordsman here, gonna break through there, and yeah, so this is obviously the danger for us attackers. It's these walls here with archers. Basically troops trying to move through this passage here can just easily get shot by these guys, and they will just get chewed up. So you really got to be careful going through this pass here. You sort of want to, as you see, well, I've got one unit here in testudo mode in case they waste their ammo on it, and then the rest of these troops are going to take the slightly safer route here. Looks like we had some more out of ammo archers here, or slingers, so they'll get wiped out soon, and we'll push through to this area here. yeah, defenders are making their way up the hill here. And vanishing into thin air. Oh, we got some defensive artillery fire. Let's follow that if we can. Oh, it's going for these guys here. Nice blob for them to target. So they've hidden behind the houses here, which is a good idea. Oh yeah, I was trying to remember why I brought these guys back around this way, but it was because of this defensive formation here. So intentions, you know, one attacks this way, and the other attacks this way. Now this is the sneaky part. Watch these rocks. Watch this wall. So, I mean, obviously a lot of people know about this strategy, is to have some artillery here and then actually break this section of wall here and attack them from the back. Obviously as defenders you see the artillery fire coming in, right, okay, we've got to put troops on this side too, but it also means rather than just trying to slog up this hill here or trying to slog up this hill here, you're breaking them up into 2 or 3 and attacking on, you know, more fronts, which gives you a better chance as opposed to not having that breach in the wall, essentially. Oof. Just went over their heads. Oh yeah, those thorough spears will be getting some nice good side hits there. I'm not sure, my formations here aren't very good. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I don't know why they were in such a narrow line, but they're good now. But yeah, these thorough spears definitely well placed to get some good javelin kills. These guys got 29. They have 39. You know, they haven't lost a single troop. So, yeah, they're doing pretty well there. Chariots still running around, 132 kills, which it's decent, but chariots will rack up a lot more. And we've got Kush trying to burn down this artillery here, but not working out too well for them. Yeah. Love to see these strong defences in the ground here. Yeah, I've played a lot of Rome 2 Total War, but recently I've been playing a lot of Total War Warhammer 3, and I'm absolutely in love with that game as well, because I like the fantasy stuff. The campaigns are just so epic. But what I'd really like about Rome is the realism and the, you know, the pinpoint strategy that you need for battles like these, and sort of the combat animations are really well done as well. They're so interesting and diverse. And yeah, I know obviously you guys love Rome 2 Total War as well, because yeah, the online siege battles are just so popular to watch, and I love watching them too. All these chariots are 220 kills now, so they managed to break through and get some rear charges here, so yeah, that's pretty well done there. And yeah, just sort of waiting on this side here, just waiting for these walls to come down. So we... Yeah, I think my artillery were having a bit of trouble. They couldn't aim at this piece of the wall. The Roman ballista only managed to get it down to 89%, but mine couldn't... Oh, hang on. I may stand corrected. I'm a liar. But you do have to be careful if you have two lines of artillery like this. If you have them just a little bit too close to the front line, they just won't shoot. They can't shoot because the front artillery is blocking them. And it does limit the angle. Even these ones probably have a bit of a limited angle of attack too. But we did manage to break down this other section of wall. So we will be ready to send this great host through on this side. But yeah, this line of archers here on the wall is quite scary for us attackers here. And yeah, defenders still holding loud and proud, but the last Egyptian thorough spears here are being surrounded and crushed. The chariots have been wavering for ages, but they're still going strong at 260 kills. Like, excuse me, out the way, I'm royalty, I have 220 kills. How many kills do you have? So yeah, so defend the Agamir cavalry sitting here. Haven't seen any action yet, but I'm sure they'll be used for some good shock charges. And the Carthaginian blister is still firing away. Only 47 kills. I thought it would have had more considering it's had so many juicy targets, but you know, it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, isn't it? Oh yep, starting to push through here. So Egypt's actually got quite a few troops here in this corner, which is a bit of a conundrum for us because we really wanted to push on this side here, but we can't just push here and leave our backs exposed to the Egyptian forces. So we have to basically take care of them first before we go for the breach here. And obviously defenders, I mean, how can you not notice this wall breach in your walls? So they're sitting here. We've got some thorax swordsmen waiting to greet the hosts. Balance of power, sorry I should have mentioned that earlier, is it's about what, 60-40 in our favour, which is definitely reassuring to see. But obviously this is the real meat grinder here. You really need to have as much advantage as an attacker as you can to break through. So you know, balance of power may be good now, but who knows what will happen. Look at the sky. Isn't it nice? So yeah, I guess we're getting forward through this a little bit until oh no, never mind, there is going to be some action. Potentially. Let's fast forward until, this is sort of the taking stock, resting up portion again, so yeah, we'll let that play through until the action kicks off once again. And here we go. The first push on these Egyptian defenders in the corner. Got some elite Praetorian Guard taking on the Thorax Swordsmen and Thorax Spears, so the Praetorian Guard should do pretty well there. I've got my cohort here in backup just in case, and we're also facing down this side as well.
As you say.
And yeah, just sort of tentatively gathering our forces here. Obviously, you want to put the pressure on both sides at the same time, so you want to wait till this side's ready to attack before you attack on this side too. But yeah, I suppose we could keep fast forwarding because I think that's really the only engagement for the time being. But yeah, please, if you're watching this, better. Oh, look at that archer fire. If you're watching these videos that we're putting up, first of all, thank you. We really appreciate it. You know, whether you subscribe, you like, or you just watch, you know, everything helps our channel. We are novices in the field, just trying to turn our love for the game into, you know, a bit of entertainment for the masses. But yeah, if you have any sort of feedback about our videos, things we can do better, such and such, yada yada, please let us know. You know, all criticism is welcomed, because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Oh gosh, but yeah, I sort of had given up on focusing on this channel. Like, we were uploading the campaign videos and it was a lot of editing for me to do, and you know, we were getting 10 views per video, you know, for the hours and hours that I put into making them, you know, clipping everything together. So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to dedicate time to this channel. But we sort of revived it, and we've obviously started to upload online battles, which obviously a little bit quicker to do and more exciting to watch. So we're definitely going to be doing that a lot more. We definitely do want to upload that last... Oh, shush, shush, the battle is continuing. So, the armoured Shotel warriors are the first line of attack in here, and the desert cohort coming in for the backup. And not too much happening here. Looks like we're about to face off Thorough Spears against their brothers, Thorough Spears. But yeah, sorry, as I was saying, we will upload the final Bactria and Greece, Bactria and Athens campaign video, which is basically, it's going to be a battle video as well. Yeah, I had obviously a bit of sound errors from the recordings that sort of, I just couldn't keep uploading it anyway. It wasn't watchable, but we will get that last battle up, which it's a really epic battle. You guys will definitely enjoy it for sure. But yeah, these online, these multiplayer battles are definitely, I think, where our attention's going to be. Oof, oof, look at that archer fire. Just, yeah, so many well-placed archers. It's really, really tough. Yeah, armoured Shotel warriors should be doing some good damage against these Thoric swordsmen. Got some reserves sort of just chilling out here. We've got the Kushite Royal Guard in the rear. A lot of Selucids here, and I've got my other sort of split of my army on this side as well. What do we got here? We've got Thoric swords. Oh, a lot of javelins and tower fire. Now, towers are the MVP of siege battles sometimes. They like, you can literally go through siege battles and have towers get like 1,000+ kills, you know, combined, not one tower by itself. And yeah, you really want to neutralize towers where you can, but obviously, in this case, you got to stand here to capture it, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. So yeah, starting to push on this side here as well. It's a bit of an uphill battle for us, Thoric swordsman versus Thoric swordsman. May the best man win. And yeah, engagements here on this side as well. He's depleted unit of legionary cohort, just sitting here chilling. They're like, you know what? We've done our bit. We've killed 146 and we've lost over 100. You know, we can just chill. We can just chill. And yeah, on this side here, so I've really tried to back up the Kush player here with my own forces here as well, but Yeah, the Thork Swordsmen surprisingly are holding up very well, considering they're going up against Desert Cohort and an armoured Shotel unit. Got more Shotel Warriors here in reserve, more Desert... Well, actually, that's my last Desert Cohort on that side there. Still got my skirmishers here, who have seen a little bit of action, but they still got some more action to see. Let's take another look at the tactical map here as well. So yeah, so still a lot of Egyptian defenders here as well. A lot of archers spread up on the walls here, the classic defense here. And yeah, obviously all our artillery out of ammo. Oh. Balance of power is still about the same, still about 60-40 in our favour, which is promising. Got the Royal Kushite archers, which are, yeah, they're pretty much the best archers in the game. So they're going to be very helpful. But yeah, it's very hard to shoot the archers that are on the wall and Syrian heavy archers on the wall versus the Kushite archers on the ground. It's unfortunately not going to work out too well for the Kushites. And yeah, just still trying to push on this frontier, but yeah, making headway is quite difficult at the moment. And yeah, a lot of defending troops here, a lot of elite troops. We've got the Royal Peltis, and even elephants here who haven't yet seen any action. But yeah, elephants can always turn the tide of a battle if they're used at the correct point of time. Yeah, and obviously the pikemen sitting here as well. So the defenders have definitely saved their elite troops for the end. Obviously me being Masaesyli, I've literally just spammed Desert Cohort, so I don't really have elite troops. I just have an iron fist of well-rounded units. Obviously still, you know, a lot of Kush Shotel warriors as well, which is good here. We're just slowly grinding through this Egyptian backline here as well. But yeah, a bit of a side archer fire as well on us. But yeah, a good case of, you know, engage one unit at a time. Don't blob up all your units at once. Just one at a time. They get tired, they get weak. Pull them back, bring this unit forward, and carry on. But yeah, it's starting to thin the defenders' lines here a little bit. And we decided to push through on this. Well, we already have because of all the dead soldiers here, but yeah, look at that. Foot companions, which are very, very good pikemen. Oh, sorry, that was Carthage, the defenders. They were actually coming out to harass us a little bit. Cheeky buggers. Yeah, so look over at this side here. So, look at that. Nice archer fire here on the pikemen. So yeah, you know, obviously when you've got missile units, it's tempting to use them as often as possible, but you've always got to conserve ammo so that you can, you know, take out high value targets like these pikemen. So look at that, 2 kills and they're almost already wiped out. That's the power of having your backup archers. So looking actually pretty good on this side here. Breaking through on all sides here. We're surrounded. Oh. I think I was not paying attention. I was supposed to bring these guys around to attack, but I didn't pay attention. Anyway, yeah, actually looking pretty good on this side here, to be honest. But yeah, conserve your archers for the pikemen at the end, and obviously the elephants. Oh, look at that. Just cannot break through here. My Desert Cohort are starting to rout. It reminds me of that, if you've seen Kingdom of Heaven, the Crusades movie with Orlando Bloom, and the final siege in Jerusalem, where they're just the old gates get knocked down and they're just fighting over the rubble, and it's just dead bodies piling upon dead bodies. You know, that's like exactly what this reminds me of. Just a meat grinder here at the moment. More defenders swarming in to reinforce. Yeah, this point here just hasn't been good to attack. I mean, you can't charge into these pikemen head first. It's suicide. Still working on these Egyptian defenders here, but they are starting to run low. So go to the Roman player, he's getting shot by the archers, put them into pseudo mode to soak up that arrow fire. Trying to get a good angle. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good angle. So yeah, still got a decent sized Roman force here. I've sort of put all my soldiers up against the wall here so they don't get shot by the archers, and they're still in close range to back up this fight here. I've sent in some fresh-ish troops here. Still got a Numidian light infantry unit somehow. I thought they would have been long dead, but hey. And things are getting pretty fiery on this side, if I may say so. Defenders have definitely brought up some more troops. We've got the Galatian Royal Guard, which and the Royal Thoric Swordsmen, so two very elite Egyptian units there holding the line. And yeah, this is pretty much turning into a bit of a meat grinder as well. We've got some demoralizing fire arrows coming in as well. Yeah, just sort of, look at that again. Look, we've got a nice line here. These guys were just getting tired but not getting many kills, so it was good they sort of pulled them back, get them freshened up, wait for a better opportunity to fill in some gaps. Balance of power is shifting more in our favour. It's probably what, about 65-35 to us now. Starting to break through here as well. The Praetorian Guards, oh, I thought they were fighting but not quite. But yeah, unfortunately, obviously we've got these foot companions to deal with, and I think I still have Skirmisher 5, which is probably why. Yeah, they still got their javelins, but yeah, they obviously have quite limited ammo, so hopefully I've got something left in the tank there to take out those pikemen. And we're pushing on this side here now as well. A nice, good, strong flood in here by Kush and Rome. Because the pikemen have moved. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Find a nice gap and just take on the pikemen from the side. So that was very well done by Rome and Kush, just flooding in there. The defense here had lessened because it was focused more over here. They saw an opportunity and just flooded in. And yeah, now these pikemen are going to get attacked from the side, which is going to be the weak point here. Bit of a rally, banner rally going on here. I think that was, yeah, I think I had my general up there to do that. I was trying to take out these archers here in the wall. I was really wasting my ammo. I don't know why I did this. Yeah, there was no way I was going to hit them. And they're even out of ammo. Even bigger waste. So if you see archers in these defensive positions with their swords out, just don't waste your ammo. Just forget about it. These guys here do still have ammo though. They're just waiting. They could actually shoot my general down, to be honest. He's quite vulnerable here. I did, obviously there's stronger general units for Masaesyli, but I was just trying to save the funds by making him one of these guys as opposed to like a higher tier unit, so I had more money for cohorts. But yeah, oh look at that, they are starting to shoot my general down here. But the skirmishers they've got, I was going to say, they've got okay armor for what they are. Oh, and look at that, here come the elephants are getting, they're just waiting for that line to break. No, they are pulling back. Again, sorry for the lag. Just Rome 2 Total War things, and so we really just tried to pour through this side as much as we could. And yeah, we've got more pikemen sort of bringing out the defense here. So that's going to be a bit tough for us there. We've got some archers shooting fire arrows, try and put the elephants into berserk mode, but we just didn't quite manage it. If we'd got them into berserk here, that would have just really potentially crushed the defense, because if they went berserk here and just started stampeding through the defense here, that would have been epic to see. But hey, we don't need that. We've still got spirit, and these pikemen have they've tried to shift position, but actually they're quite vulnerable now to our skirmisher fire. Check back over this side here. Definitely had a good advantage on this side earlier, but it's become a bit of a standstill again here as well. Just these Glacial Royal Guards, 243 kills, they are doing fantastically. There we go. Charging in. Looks like the elephants are going around for a wee cheeky charge. And yeah, my skirmishers are just getting absolutely hammered by the defending archers. Just routing and just, yeah. Not great there, not great there. Balance of power is still greatly and pretty well in our favour. So, yeah, not panicking at all. But here comes the elephants. Oh god, this lag is horrible. Why you do this, Rome? Why you ruin such a great moment? I have 32 gigs of RAM and a 3080 Ti, so it's not me, it's the game. But yeah, well, the elephants are starting to get a bit of action, and they got a nice good charge here. They've outflanked our flanking. Look at that, breaking. It's not what we want to see. And yeah, even the attack on this side here is a slowdown for us. Just a random unit of Shotel warriors just chilling over here. But yeah, we've still got heaps of Selucids here, just pushing on this side, so you know, if we can't break through one side, at least we can try and break through another side, and that'll spread them out more, which is our goal at this point here. Yeah. Taking... It felt like the defense archers just had endless ammo, just the whole time, just pelting us with arrows, just when we didn't need it. Look at that, the defenders, they're even coming out of the wall and charging down. I mean, we've just got all these skirmishers here out in the open because we were panicking. We were like, oh god, elephants, we have to shoot them down with archers, so we brought all our archers up, and now we're paying for it because the defenders have brought out their troops and are running down our archers. So Rome has brought his general in, but you'd be quite familiar that the general's bodyguard for Rome is not very strong unit head on. And look at that, the elephants break through. They've got 512 kills. That's insane. That's insane, and they haven't lost any elephants yet. They are out of control again, but they're out of control in our troops. So yeah, so it's we're very panicky here at this point. Just trying to just get away from these elephants, get some distance, shoot them down. Looking a bit better on this side here for sure. Cretan archers about to break. Thuros spears very low. The Egyptian general is very low too. And look at the Selucid force here. Very strong force here on this side. Yeah, elephants still going crazy. I was pretty much out of troops at this point. I just charged everything in and said, F it. It's like the scene from Lord of the Rings. Bring it down! Bring it down! Yep. Some more generals routing there, unfortunately there. Really just trying to put the pressure on this side here, just hoping to break through. Elephants still going, 731 kills. Like I said, elephants, they can turn the tide of a battle if you use them at the right points. And that was the battle. We lost. We ran out of time, unfortunately. Yeah, just crazy. So let's have a look at the players and the kill counts here. So first up we have Petey, who is Rome. 2,264 kills. It's pretty good. Fortunately, the slingers here got 0 kills. The artillery got 0 kills, but it was mainly for taking down the walls anyway. Evocati cohort did pretty well. Legionary cohorts did pretty well too, except for this one here, and the Praetorians did pretty well too. So, good solid numbers there all round. Myself with 2,432 kills. Skirmishers, they did alright. Obviously the cohorts did the heavy lifting here. You know, all numbers above 100, except for these guys and these guys, but pretty solid numbers there as well. The light infantry, I was surprised it's got 95. And we managed to get some kills with the ballista as well. Selucids with 1,398 kills as well. Obviously a lot of their troops didn't really get to see much action. You can see 2 cataphract units with 0 kills there. Oh, they had 2 chariots, I didn't realise. 2 chariots, 260, 162, which is pretty good. Archers did alright, and they all survived. Thoric swordsmen, some great, some not so great. Again, just didn't see too much action. Mr. Cheese, oh sorry, this was Kin Hang Kevin 2003. Mr. Cheese as Kush got 1,482 kills here. Yeah, archers just couldn't get a good place to get kills, unfortunately here as well. But yeah, definitely arbitrator warriors, 300 there, 300 plus there, which is good. Yeah, so the straight tail warriors definitely got their money's worth for sure. And on the defenders side here, we have emperordoge as Carthage with 1581 kills. The archers did very well, and then they're good war positions. Pikemen didn't see a lot of action. Not Thoric Swordsman. Libyan infantry, good round there, except for these poor guys here. And 300 for the mercenary noble fighters. That's very good. That's very good. And shifty, the Selucids, 2,396 kills. Obviously the elephant 748, just insane. Even the generals did very well too. Archers very well. The hillmen, they did what they needed to do. Nice all-round kills for the peltists, and yeah, thorough spears and Thoric swordsmen doing pretty well too. And then Egypt, 1561 kills. Archers again did pretty decently. Galatian Royal Guard, very good unit, 295 there. Thoric swordsmen did okay, I would say, and lots of thorough spears brought by Egypt, and I think they did pretty good. And Masaesyli as Macedon. So again, archer kill count very high. Pikemen, obviously they got caught off guard a little bit. The peltists very well. Again, sort of a mixed bag for the Thoric swordsmen. Some good, some not so good. But yeah, very just good battle. As the attackers, we really had a good flow going in the first half. The balance of power was in our favour. We're just knocking them back. But yeah, that last defence we just couldn't push through. And then those elephants, they put the nail in our coffin. So yeah, I think well done by both sides. Great work by the defenders in that final area. Great work by us attackers in the first half of the game, I think. But yeah, it just came down to who wanted it more. Well, we did want it very well, but you know what I mean. But yeah, thanks for watching this battle. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and keep your eye out for more battles. Thank you very much. Good night.